crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and welcome to Friday. We made it! Woohoo! So, if you're new to my channel, Free Play Fridays include anything from tutorials to instructional how to do fancy fold cards or different kind of things like making your own embellishments to stuff like just things that we play around with and experiment together. So it's really a fun time. Now today I'm going to show you how to do a double Dutch card, and this is what it looks like. So you essentially have three gates. The top gate opens up and reveals your sentiment, and mine says, "Truly grateful, you are a beloved friend in all seasons." And then it has these two little bottom gate folds that fold out, and basically they just kind of hold the card in place when it's open. Kind of hard to show you that. They hold the card in place when it's open. And so mine, I tweaked the measurements a little bit to make it a little bit easier. So mine has a little space right here. If that bothers you, just make this strip a little bit longer, and that'll make more sense as we go along. So the first thing you want to do is cut this long rectangular base, and then this long piece right here. And I'll show you all the measurements, and we will cut this and make this together. So I just want to say hi to a few people. Susan Baker, thanks for making it. Hey, Penny. Brenda Gentry, Monica came. Awesome, guys. And instead of using this other paper that I used, I thought I would use this cute stuff from that one Pumpkin Festival paper pack that I used not too long ago, because I love these little critters. I think that will look really, really cute. So let me pull out the pieces that we need. The first piece we need is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. We're going to need this in just a little minute, but I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to pull my arm out so I get this right. Okay? 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Well, we already know that this is 8 1/2, so we're just going to cut it in to 4 1/4. And my 4 1/4 is, here's 3, here's 4, is like right on the edge of this thing. That's 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and slice it there. That's it. The only thing that I didn't show you on here is that I believe the score is at 5 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and score that at 5 1/2. That's the part that's going to come flopping down. There we go. I didn't push hard enough. Make sure you push hard enough. Other times, otherwise it comes down over the crack. I'm just going to make sure that this was correct. It doesn't look the same as this one, but it is the same height. That's interesting. Maybe it wasn't 5 1/2. But we can go with it. So we're going to score ours at 5 1/2. It's just going to make the top a little bit smaller and the bottom a little bit bigger. So the bottom part says that it should be 8 1/2 by 2. We are going to go 8 1/2 by... Where's my ruler? We can actually go 8 1/2 by 2 1/4, because I don't think it has to jut perfectly up there, but it could. If we wanted it to be perfect, we would go 2 1/2. And that's really going to cut it. Cut it really close. Okay. My sister is talking to me. I'm keeping my phone near me because my dad is not doing well, and I just don't want to miss any kind of messages. I hope that doesn't throw anybody off. Let's go 2 1/2. So this one says 8 1/2 by 2 1/2. We're going to go 8 1/2. 8 1/2 by 2, I'm sorry. We're going to go 8 1/2 by 2 1/2. So since we already know that this is 8 1/2, we're going to bump this up to 2 1/2, and then we're going to cut it. Hope you guys don't mind that I'm just creating these new measurements on the fly. You can look up double Dutch and find all kinds of different measurements, and a lot of them have like 16ths of an inch, and I'm just not savvy on that. I don't really care for that. And we want to do this in half. So half of the 8 1/2 is 4 1/4, and half of that is 2 1/8. So we're going to score this at 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. And I hope you're noticing that I'm taking a stylus and I'm not using the cutter to do that. So 2 1/8 and then back around for 2 1/8. There we go. And let's just double check. If this works out, then I will just change my measurements. Not a big deal. And that will. It's going to bow up a little bit. This is what I found, because you need a little bit of give is what happens. Do you see how that's kind of bumping up in the middle? So go ahead and just score down one side and then give this side like just a little bit of give when you score it. Score it out just a tad. Give that a little bit of room. You're going to have a little hole here, like I said, no big deal. And I would make sure that those go on the inside like that. And that's just all there is to making that card. The rest of it's just decorating it up the way you want it to be. See how all the flaps go? So we're going to go ahead and put glue on this side right here. And I think that I can get away with ATG. Somehow I'm not able to see what everyone's saying. There we go. So this is a video on how to make a double Dutch card. And it's an easy way. It looks complicated, but truly it's not. It's just a matter of measuring. And then all the stuff that goes on top is like 1/4 of an inch smaller each time. So all you have to do is just remember to make your layers. No big deal. No YouTube notice, huh? So I am just going to try to get this lined up the best I can. Because I want to be able to fold these over without making a bump. And I should have enough room at this point. The way I did it. And now that's adhered. And there's the part that's going to come down over the top. That's all there is to it, really. And then it's just a matter of cutting down the sizes. Now, because this one's longer, I don't think this was supposed to be 8 1/2. I think I may have made a mistake, but we're just going to go with it. I'll have to adjust my measurements. So we're just going to go 1/4 of an inch smaller. And I'm going to do white and then my other one. So basically my first layer is going to be white. So let's go ahead and measure this rectangle. This rectangle is 3 inches by 4 1/4. So we're going to go 2 3/4 by 4. I think if I have a spare piece, let's see. Let me write down these different score measurements for you, because some of you guys are going to be lost. Okay, so we did 8 1/2 by 2 1/2. And we scored it at 5 1/2. Okay. And then we did an 8 1/2 by a 2 1/2. And that's how we got our base. And it's easy as that. I'll just leave that right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. And then all we're going to do is deck this out. Now, because I said what this one was, you guys can go back and rewatch, stop and rewind. It's 4 1/4, so it's going to be 4. It's 3, so it's going to be 2 3/4. So 4 by 2 3/4. I'll write that down for you. 4 by 2 3/4. Lots of stuff going on this week besides me being not so hot. So thanks for bearing with me. This is crafting on the fly. We're good at it here. 4 by 2 3/4. So let's go ahead and do our 4. And then do the 2 3/4. All right, and then we're going to measure it up. I always like to just measure and see, did that turn out right? Yes, that turned out right. Look, you're going to have a little border around there. Okay, so because that's 4 by 2 3/4, the next smaller size is going to be 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. So we're going to do the 3 3/4 because I want these animals facing up. 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. 2 1/2. Alrighty, and let's just make sure that that stacks up too. Did I do it correctly? It does. I always make sure before I start gluing down, check all your pieces, make sure they fit nicely. That looks really cool, right? Check it out. So cute. Now we're going to do these little boxes. Same premise. All I did was just reduce this by 1/4 of an inch. So the 4 became a 3 3/4, and the 2 3/4 became 2 1/2. I'll make sure to change these so that you can get all of the stuff more clearly on the blog. You can check it out there, okay? Because this might be kind of confusing to some of you guys who have a really hard time with measuring and stuff. So let's do these 2 rectangles. The rectangle is 2 inches across by 2 1/2 high. So we're going to go 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. All right, 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. And that's going to be the white. Okay, 2 1/4 2 1/4, there we go, by 1 3/4. I have to guesstimate a little bit because this paper is not going to go all the way across. 2 3/4. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah, that'll totally work. This one, yeah, it looks like I cut that one maybe just a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Let's just go with that. So because this was 2 1/4, it's going to go to 2, and 1 3/4 is going to go to 1 1/2. So 2 by 1 1/2. And we want to use this one. So we're going to go 1 1/2. Actually, let's use this 1 1/2 because it's a smaller scrap. 1 1/2 by 2. And we should be able to get 2 out of there, I would think. All right, let's see how these fare on top of these. Looks good. All we did was just cut it down by 1/4, cut it down by 1/4, and that's it. So now that we know that these are all going to fit, we can go ahead and glue these on. Alright, let's just move some of this stuff over. You can use whatever you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and shabby up my white edges. You could even ink your edges in like a brown if you wanted to. You know, do something that makes your card unique. I think this will be really fun. You could even do the background in like a embossed pattern. That would be fun. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So that's going to go approximately in the middle of there. If you're not right on, exact on, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the process, you know. Just enjoy making things and creating stuff. And if it doesn't come out how you like it, then keep trying. Don't give up. I mean, people think that I was just born with this talent. Well, some of it I was, but a lot of it, especially coloring stuff, I had to learn. I had to color and color. You wouldn't believe how much stuff I colored. Holy Hannah. I colored stuff for hours while I was babysitting. It was crazy. Super cute, right? Look at how that top part turned out. So fun. I think I'm going to actually cut out one of those little fox and put them on the little whirly part. I'll show you in just a second how that's going to turn out. You can see from this one, though, what I'm talking about. This center part. So cute with a little fox on it, I think. We're going to go for that. How many of you guys, how many we got watching? 34. How many of you guys are going to come to the crop tomorrow? 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you don't have to stay the whole time, but it would be nice to see you guys. That's okay. Rosie, you can always go back and watch it again. That's the cool thing about YouTube videos, is they archive in the replay. However, if I do have extra time here, which it seems that I probably will, this is going pretty quickly, I might try to measure out my old card and find out where I made my mistake. I have a feeling that I probably just didn't make that one long enough. But sometimes that happens, right? It doesn't have to ruin your whole project. It didn't ruin mine, I just adapted. Made my pieces a little bit different size, no big deal. A lot of times we do, we explore stuff on this Friday free play. And that, I'm hoping will get you guys to explore some of the stuff that you have at home. Don't buy your stuff and let it sit on the shelf. Use it. Explore with it. Try new things with it. Okay, so we've got all those pieces down. Cute, right? So that these are going to open up and the top should stick on there. It's not yet because we have to add a bunch of paper yet. And when this is really flimsy, like this stuff, the stuff that I'm using, the crop is going to be right here, Lexi, right on this channel live. All you have to do is just put your pajamas on, grab your drink, and get your stuff ready. It's going to be a Christmas card making crop. Because I used a flimsy kind of a cardstock, I will put one on the back here. Another piece to hold this up firm. I did the same thing on this one as well, just to make sure that it was a really solid card. So the next thing we're going to do here, I am going to do the dark brown. And then I'm going to do the white. And then I'm going to do the fox. Because I need 3 layers there. Now, this is where I'm going to bring in my little sidekick here. This little handle right here, suction cups it so that it won't pull off of here. Eventually it will, because I have it on another mat. Eventually it will give. But if you have it on a desk or, you know, it would be okay. So this one's going to be the biggest one. I've got 3 stitched die circles here. Oh, and I didn't make that quite wide enough. Let me go ahead and make another little cut. You can only go so wide in the sidekick. This is just a tad bit wide. But I know this one fits because I have tried it. Yep, that'll fit. And it'll fit. So it's going to go in my sandwich. Love this sidekick, don't you? So I've got just a homemade cardboard and paper shim here. And that's where I'm going to put my circle down. Well, my oval. And then I'm going to put my paper down over the oval. Try to make darn sure I get that in the right spot. And then finish off my sandwich here. Alright, I think I got it in there. And then run it through. Arrow Mama, are we going to be able to see each? Are we going to be able to see each what? I'm not sure what you mean. Where's my little scissor? He's hiding from me. Where did he go? Didn't I have him on here just a second ago? I was actually just cleaning up. Here he is. He's hiding underneath my thing. I'm using a shim to make this cut better. If I put it between just the 2 plastic sheets, it doesn't cut it. Alrighty, so there's my first one. That's going to go on top. And then I'm going to do a white one. The white one is going to be the next size up, or size down, I should say. It's a smaller size, this one. Should have a little piece of paper left that will cover that. are we going to be able to see each other? Not on YouTube. No, YouTube will not. I don't think will let me put people in there with me. There's the second one. So that'll go on top of this one. And then I won't even really have to do a third one if I do, like, my little cutout of my fox will be my third one. So I'm not going to make another one. I'm just going to cut out a fox and put a fox on this one. So if I pull out my paper that I got here. Ooh, do I have a full fox here? I do. There he is, right there. Maybe I'll do him in a little... Yeah, I should be able to do him in that last little one. Let's check it out. I think that in order to do this one, I'm going to have to lay him this way. And I'm going to washi tape him down. Because I don't want him to move if that's what I want. Like right there. I want him to be in there. Oh, washi tape! Where are you, my friend? Washi tape. I found some. Got some wires tangled around my feet. Alright. I don't want this to like not come back off, so I'm going to stick it on my skin a little bit. And then put it on. Tomorrow, during the crop, it's going to be exactly what a crop is. You guys bring and do whatever it is you're going to do. I'm going to bring and do whatever I do. And we're just going to share ideas and stuff like that. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be exactly like a regular crop would be. So I'm not expecting you guys to follow along with me or anything like that. You can just do your own thing. I tried that last year, making kits and all that, and that was just so frustrating on my end. I just didn't, I'm not ready to try that again. Maybe another time. Maybe another time I will. And I like to run this through a couple of times just to make sure. And then I have to take my washi tape back off. Oh, this medication for my back is drying out my mouth. Something fierce. Whew, doggy. You ever get that cotton mouth? It's terrible. Oh, it turned out so cute. Check it out. I was just going to cut them by hand, but I'm like, well, dude, what are you doing? Check that out. Oh my gosh, so cute! So that's the part that's going to go on the front of the card. Let's pull that back out. Here is the front of my card. I'm going to go ahead and glue straight down the white piece. Your very first crop ever? Well, normally what happens at a crop, if you're in person, you get like a goodie bag, and there's giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff going on. You usually have like a snacks or hors d'oeuvres or candy or something. Sometimes people will pitch in and they'll all like get pizza or whatever. Since you guys aren't actually physically here, we are going to be doing, I think it is helping, Arrow. Thanks for asking. I do think we are going to be doing some giveaways because, like, what fun would it be if we didn't do some giveaways, right? So if you're there tomorrow, then you might win one of the giveaways. And this doesn't matter where you put this. I'm just putting wherever it looks good. This guy I want to pop up, so I'm going to use some pop-up foam tape here. It's one piece that runs right down the middle. I think that's all we'll need. Oh my gosh, so cute! Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so then these come out and hold this guy up. I really do need to straighten up this piece. I'm going to add another piece to the back because it's getting a little floppy. I need a bigger piece. Whoops, can't use that. That's got my things on it. I might have to dig myself up another brown piece of paper here. Dun, 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 dun. How about we line it with this paper? That would work. So we just need to cut it at 5.5. Let's see, 5.5. There we go. My lower back hurts for I have no idea why. Haven't done anything wacky. Who knows? It just is. Like I told a lot of other people, I don't even like talking about it, but man, I was out of work this whole week. I went back today, had some medication, did okay. Crazy day though, man. I don't know about the kids were just like, woo. They were fun though. They really were fun. It's just it felt like they were out of sorts, but maybe it was just me. Maybe it wasn't them. Alright, there we go. And then it should stand up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's so cute. I wish I could show you like how it stands up. Like these come out and it just like holds it up. It's so perfect because they could put it on their little desk or on their I don't know how to explain it. It just looks so cute. It just sits up. It sits out like this. Oh, okay. The only other thing I did was I grabbed some of my twine that I have in here, and I made a little bow that went around the card. I think these two will work. Little bow. I just went ahead and went around it and made a little knot tie. Oh, sugar highs, right? Probably. A nice tight tie. And then I chopped off these edges. So just in case somebody wanted to know how I pulled that off. And then I made the bow. I think this should be enough to make a bow, I hope. So make a bow just like you would, tying your shoes or whatever. And then pull them through. And pull really hard because you want that bow to not come apart on you. That would be really sad. And then you just glue it on. I used glue dots. That's all I used. Hey, Barbara Estock. You're only about half late. I'm just about done with the first card. And then I just glue dotted that right onto that little knot. That's it. That's all I did. Made lots of stair-step cards. Guys, if you haven't checked out all the videos that I've ever made, there's like 1,000 videos, and I'm not even exaggerating. Okay, I might be by a little bit. There's probably like 998 videos from me from 2012 all the way till now. You were just told that yours was low bone density. I have low bone density too. But you know, hey, we're all getting older. Stuff happens. I'm not going to get too excited. Did you guys see where I posted in KTC? I just want to spend the rest of my life laughing. That's all I want to do. Spend the rest of my life laughing. What a goal. I have another one to my life. This is my mission, is to be so busy loving my life that I have no time for hate, regret, or worry. So, I got the measurements wrong on this card, but we figured it out. Oh, I'm sorry, the inside. So the inside is the same as this one on the outside, which was, what did we say it was? 4 by 2 3/4, I believe that was. So you just do a white one, 4 by 2 3/4. I'll go ahead and cut that with you. A 4 by 2 3/4. Oh. And then that should be the same as the outside piece, where it should fit right like that. Yeah, I think it's because I didn't set the timer soon enough, you guys. I'm sorry if you didn't get notified. I think that's like totally up to me. I've been trying to clean up down here and I just lost track of the time. So then all you do is just pop that little white thing in there, or whatever color you're using that goes with your color scheme, and then that's where you can stamp your sentiment. And this panel hides it, of course, when it's down, and then bam. You could even, if you want to, put little hidden messages underneath these two little flaps. I just chose not to. No big deal. So that was the one we made today. This was the one that I made as a tester. Same exact idea, right? Just bigger top part. So let's go ahead and measure this, see where I messed up. I messed up somewhere. But we don't want to measure the where did I put that? We don't want to measure the oval. We just want to measure how long was this card actually. Oh, and it was 9, not 8. 9. 4 1/4 by 9. Yep. So this shouldn't be 8 1/2. This should be 9. And then you'd get all the measurements. But really, to the eye, does it really matter? I mean, you could adapt this any way you wanted to. Let's say you wanted these flaps to be big and tall, like doors, and then you just wanted a little sentiment across the top. We could do that too. You could do it any way you want, right? We have time. Let's try one like that makes it look like a door. I'm gonna have to pull out a little bit more paper here though, because I wasn't planning on doing that. Let's start with let me get rid of this pile, and we will try even another one. All right. We'll go ahead and do white as the base. So let's do the 9. Let's do the 9 by 4. Excuse me. Let's do the 9 by 4 1/4. No, wait. Let me think. Okay, when we think about this now, we want it to be 4 1/4 wide, and we want it to be 5 1/2 tall. Okay, so we want it to be 5 1/2. Did my thing move again? Gosh darn it. I'm having some real issues with this lately. Close your eyes if you get movement sick, and I will just fix this up. There we go. We only want a little flap to come down, and we're not really sure how long we want our flap to be, but it's going to be, who knows, probably that much. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and cut it like we would to cut a regular card at 4 1/4. Because I have a feeling that will work out the best. So we have it 4 1/4. Let's say we only want it to come over like maybe an extra inch, right? So instead of 5 1/2, we'll do 6 1/2. How's that sound? We'll do 6 1/2. Yeah, math on the go is sometimes really tricky. We're going to do 6 1/2. I'll show you why. Because I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and score this at 1 inch, so that just 1 inch comes down. Hey, if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. We're just having fun, right? So, if I fold this 1 inch over, do I have my bone folder handy? I think I just used my nail. It's sneaky. It likes to hide behind things. All right, we're going to say we just want this little part to hang over here. And then let's say we want our doors to come in this way. Well, we know that it only has to be 8 1/2 wide. or 9 wide, whatever we want it to be, and we want it to come up to about that spot. That's going to be super close, but we're going to have a little gap. I don't know, do we care if there's a little gap? Probably not. So if we do it this way, we're going to need a half. So let's see, this should be 11, right? So what's half of 11? Half of 11 is 5 1/2. And half of that is 2 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 3/4. 2 3/4 here. And if I get it wrong, then we try again. No big deal. Got lots of paper, right? It's just paper. 2 3/4. Let's try it on this side and see what happens. And some of you guys who are super good at math are like, no, Jen, you're making a total mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep, totally missed the mark. Was this 4 1/4 and I meant by 5 1/2? I bet that's what it was. Ah, 4 1/4. It is 4 1/4. So 4 1/4. Let's just trash that. If that's going to be 4 1/4, then we need to know how tall we want this. And that is, ooh, so close, 4 1/2. So 4 1/2 tall by 8. I got to put on my little wing here. 4 1/2. And then we should be able to do the 2 3/4, right? Let's try that. 2 3/4. On both sides. Whoa, I almost went 3 3/4. That would have been really bad. Whoops! Now did I do it too small? Good golly. My brain's not working. I say we do this. This is 4 1/4, right? Better make darn sure I know what I'm doing. 4 1/4. And this is 8 1/2, I'm hoping. Yes, 8 1/2. So 4 1/4. Oh, should have been 2 1/8. Just like the other one, 2 1/8. That's right, we will revamp 2 1/8. Alright, flip those puppies over. We should be able to hide the ones that I made the mistake right underneath the sheet, right? Yep. Yep, it will. Alright, let's go ahead and bone folder that side. Like we did last time, we're going to go ahead and fold this one, but we're going to make sure that we give it a little extra space on that side, just because we want it to not bubble up, right? Need a little bit more room. Okay, that's pretty close. Pretty close. So now we've got a little sentiment and we've got a door. Let's go ahead and glue that puppy together. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got time. We got time. There's so many different things we could have done. Let's see if I can get this on here straight. So we want them to be able to fold over, right? And they do. So then we have to figure out, like, okay, what are we going to put on there? We'd have to pick some paper. I don't have any paper picked for this. Let's just grab one. Maybe from this same paper pack that we got the box from. We've got some nice, fun little, I really like the blue. And there's one with flowers, too. Oh, and there's a wood one. Oh, girl, we're going to go with the wood one. Oh, yes. Yes, indeedy. So, We better double check. Let's make these wood doors. Wouldn't that be cool? 4 1/4, so we're going to go 4 by 1 3/4. 4 by 1 3/4. We want this going down, so that's going to be the 4. There's my scissor. 4 3/4. Yep, everything. The crop is going to be right here on YouTube tomorrow. By 1 3/4. I think that was what I said. Sweet. Let's see if these fit. Nope, I didn't go long enough, did I? I want them taller. I'm taller than that. 4. Oh, it's 4 1/2. Duh. We need 4 1/4. Let's try that one more time. I'm pretty sure we got enough. 4 1/4. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do like really, really close to the edge. I changed my mind. I want more of that wood grain to show. So almost 2 by almost 4 1/2. So almost 4 1/2 here. Almost 4 1/2. By almost 2. So not quite 2, just a little off from there. I've been making a lot of mistakes tonight, but I'll tell you what, I'm still having fun. I just really like to come up with really cool stuff. Oh, that's closer. That's way closer. Yeah, now they look like doors. Let's put those on. Unfortunately, when they make it double-sided, then you have to decide which side you're going to cut all up and which side you're not. But I like this wood. There we go. One more. Tomorrow it's going to be a lot of chit-chat and creating Christmas cards, giving each other ideas and feedback, that kind of thing. There's going to be giveaways. It's just going to be a fun hanging out time. Cool, look at that. Super fun. And then the top, we can do whatever we want. I mean, that could be another piece of wood. It could be, let's see, what else do we have on here? Will that fit across there, or is that too... No, it's not quite wide enough. And these aren't any wider, are they? Ooh, close. That is really close. I think we do it this way. Ooh, that's close. Let's go ahead and make a fingernail mark and cut that. My gun's in the way. There we go. Put that across the top. Hey, River City Creative. So we usually run about an hour on Fridays. We just create. This is the card we started out with. This is the card we came up with tonight. And we're just playing around with the dimensions of this double Dutch card, seeing what else we could come up with. And this one's really fun. We came up with like a door. Ding, ding. And this is kind of like the roof hanging down because it doesn't quite go all the way down. Neat, huh? We need like little doorknobs. I have an idea for that. I wonder what I do with my little eye candies. Ooh, I need a drink. Cheers, guys. All right. A little white. No, I don't want sequins. Oh, I have wooden sequins. Those would make some really cool looking doorknobs. Let's do these. Check these out. They look like wood. I'll hold them up in just a second. Don't they look like wood? There we go. Wood doorknobs. I need, there we go, glue dots. Doorknobs. Yeah! Cute! What else do we want to put on that? I don't even know where to go with this. We could do another one of these like bows at the top, but I think that would look kind of funny. Oh, you know what? We have a stamp. I have a rooster for behind the doors. Oh my gosh. I have a stamp though that's got a snarky thing on it. Where did I put that stamp? Some of you guys will remember it if you see a lot of my videos. It says, "Oh crap, it's your birthday." This kind of looks like an outhouse to me. Would that be funny? I don't know where that is though. Anybody else know? Gosh, for the life of me, I can't think of who made that one. On the bottom it says, "Oh crap, it's your birthday." This one is really neat. I just don't know what to put in it. But it would be nice if I had like a little poop emoji. Or, like you said, a rooster. Maybe it looks kind of like a barn to you. You could use that red stuff too. Hey, Christine G. Stickers from the paper pack. Okay, let's see what they got. You know, I'm not so sure they have stickers, but they got to have something that comes apart, right? Let's just flip through this real quick. Oh, they do. Here's one. Well, I should have remembered that. Duh. Alright, so you guys got to help me out here. Here's the whole 12 by 12 of stickers. What would you put behind the door? Because I know which one I'm looking at. But I want to give you guys a say first. Which one would you do behind the doors? I'm going to go film my thing while you guys say something about that, because I know there's a little bit of lag there. Yeah, no toilet or poop. I wish I did. It'd be funny. Oh my gosh, the very first person to say it picked the one that I did. It totally matches, right? The hedgehog is cute, but look at this. Squirrel. Where's the squirrel? Oh, right there. I was thinking this one, because doesn't this match? Oh my gosh, so it comes in two pieces. So it has like this whole frame. Do you see the frame? And then it has just the piece that has the pumpkin on it, that, like that. Right? Because it's got the same wooden pattern on that. That would be so cute. Like, put it right in the... No, let's put it on this side. Who else said that? Let's put it on this side, and then whoever saw the squirrel, we'll put the squirrel in there with him. So there's that one. Right? Half moon's on the door. Here's the squirrel. Do we want the squirrel up here? Do we want him sitting on top of the pumpkin? Or do we want him sitting off to the side? Maybe sitting off to the side. Ta-da! And then there's still room that I could write something up here if I wanted to. Oh, cheers! Bling it on, people! I am seeing some new names in here tonight. I'm really excited by that. Thank you guys for joining us. So we're kind of like in our experimentation mode. What I taught everybody tonight, if you're coming in a little bit late, is that this is the double Dutch card. Somehow I messed up on the measurements, because I went by, instead of doing a 9-inch card and folding it at 5.5, I did an 8.5 and I folded it at 5.5. And you see there's a 1/2 inch difference right here. So next time, but it came out beautifully. I mean, we just went along with it and picked out the stuff we want. It's still an A size card. If you notice, it's still 4.25 by 5.5, no matter how you slice it. Same with this one. No matter how we bent it or shaped it, it's still 4.25 by 5.5. So now we've got 3 of those cards. I've got a bunch of this paper left over, which I am not going to squander because I love that paper. And then we threw on a couple of little extra things. A lot of the stuff that I've worked with tonight will be linked in the supplies list below in the description box if you're looking for it and you really want it. Hi, Tarita. We are just wrapping it up, girlfriend. Please watch the replay. This was a super fun one. I'm going to move some of this stuff over to the scrap pile. But I definitely want to save all of these. You know what? I could even put something on the outside of that card too. Like maybe something up here that says give thanks. That would be super cute. How about that? Give thanks. Give thanks on the outside, and then on the inside, pumpkin patch. Oh, so cute. We had so much fun with that. This is, I wish I could have gotten more of these. It's called The Story of Fall by Lori Whitlock. So if you're looking for that one, I don't think that it's just listed below. Was probably listed below the first time I used it. But that's what it's called. The Story of Fall by Lori Whitlock, if you're looking for that one. Alrighty, and then I used a couple of other little things too, so we will save that paper for another time. Here are the cards that we ended up making. I always like to end with that so that you guys can see what we all finished. We had a lot of fun. And now I am going to go upstairs and take care of all my stuff so that we can have a fun crop tomorrow, because guess what? You're not going to be seeing all this tomorrow. You're going to be seeing what's upstairs and the people that join me live, so that's going to be super fun. Woo-hoo-hoo. 44 people watching. I hope that every single one of you gives a thumb up if you're enjoying this. Make sure to join us tomorrow, and then next week will be a regular week. Wednesday, 1 and 10 by Jen. Thursday or Friday, another free play Friday, just like tonight. And then that weekend will also be a sale weekend on Saturday from 10 to 2. And there is tons of stuff coming. So if you were hoping to get your set number 5 of Tim Holtz Distress Inks, those are in. If you wanted the refills, I'm hoping that by then they will be in. And so everyone will be able to get those. It's going to be super exciting. I also have other oxides coming in, but those are random, so I never know what kind I'm going to get. All right? So hit that like button. Let me know that you enjoy the videos, and I can't wait to see you guys next video.